Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Happy Thursday. We've been talking this week about this idea of sacrifice and walls. I want to sort of put it all together if we can as we close out the week. You know, it's interesting that a lot of times what happens when you look at the world, you see people that are stagnating. They don't really grow. And you can tell because they spend most of their time complaining. Usually when you see somebody that complains a lot, they're not growing. Right? And we all know people like this. They go places and they're always complaining about something. There's always something in their lives that is problematic. There's always an industry that is not that's in recession. Like their industries are always in recession. You know what I'm talking about? There's always something wrong. Something's off in the business. Something's wrong in things that go someplace. I'm not talking people that are suffering. You understand? People that are suffering, they're suffering. I'm talking people that they're complaining about life consistently. There's always something. Those people, God bless them. Some of them just have the personalities. That's just a personality thing. Some people have really the way they see the world is that way. Some people just are they have a lot of expectations. Maybe they were raised a certain way. And what someone else would think is an unbelievable thing, they don't. I heard that, I don't know if I spoke about this quote here, but I saw a quote last week that really, really was awesome. It says, your stresses are someone else's dreams. Isn't that amazing? Your stresses are someone else's dreams. Right? So if you stress at work, there's someone that just really needs a job. Or if you stress your relationship, there's someone who really wants a relationship. Like, just look at again, forget health for a second. Everyone always goes to the extreme. If you think about your stresses in life and you really think about it, usually they come from something that was a blessing that someone else would love to have. But as you have it, you stop enjoying it and stop appreciating it, and then the stresses sort of rise to the top. So when you look at people that are focused on their stresses, usually they're stagnating. Because stagnation is demoralizing. Movement is inspiring. Doing is inspiring. Even if you're failing, doing, movement, that whole world of growth is inspiring, right? Think about someone driving a car, right? Even if you're going on a road trip and it's an 8-hour drive, and you're on an open highway, you're rocking, right? If you got a mile left to your house and you're on the Van Wyck and it's bumper to bumper, God forbid, right? Bumper to bumper, and you're like looking around, what's going on? This is ridiculous. They're doing construction for real at night. Come on, is there ever a time I could drive? It's Sunday at 2. There's traffic on Sunday at 2. Is there no times that I could, right? That whole thing. So what's causing a lot of the frustration is I'm stuck. I don't know how to move my car. I can't. To the left is traffic, to the right is traffic, in front of me, behind me. I'm stuck. And when I'm stuck, I'm going out of my mind. If that would open up, if your way says 30 minutes and you're going, an inch, and you're going crazy. If your way says 4 hours and you're in the mountains and it's wide open road, you're fine. It's not the time in the car that bothers you. It's the movement that bothers you. So when you see people that are complaining, a lot of times it's because they're stagnating in life. And the reason why they're stagnating in life is because they are not willing to put in the sacrifice to walk through the walls. Because walking through walls require the belief you can, and then the acceptance that you're going to have to add more time and effort into the thing that you want to do. That's what it is. You want to, get involved. You want to start a new company. You want to bring out a new initiative. You want to take your marriage, parenting. You want to do, whatever. You want to take it to the next level. You want to take your spirituality to the next level. Nothing's in your way, for the most part. Just go. Don't stop. You should be willing to sacrifice. Be willing to put in a little more time and effort into what you're doing. That's the one thing. That's scary, and everybody wants to do that. One of the famous moments in Jewish history was the moments that when the Jews left Egypt, and they got to the banks of the Reed Sea, the Yam Suf, and Moses, if you can picture it, right? There's a sea. These are slaves. They're not swimming. It's a sea, and behind them are the Egyptians. And Moses turns to God and prays, and God goes, "What are you crying to me for? Go." And Moses is like, "To where?" He's like, "There." He's like, "It's a sea." And God's like, "What? You looking at a wall? It looks like a sea. I'm telling you to go." And the Jews are getting closer and closer and closer, and they just can't understandably so. They can't just walk into a sea in one man. His name was Nachshon. He was the leader of the tribe of Judah. He just didn't see the wall. And he was willing to sacrifice whatever it would take to walk through the wall. And he walked in that sea, and it didn't split. And it got to his waist, didn't split. Chest, didn't split. Got to his neck, didn't split. God was like, "How much you want to sacrifice?" Got right up to his nose. And just when he was about to walk right underneath the water, the whole thing split. There was never a sea. It just looked like a sea. Nothing is anything in this world. It just looks like it. God runs everything. And sometimes you got to push the wall a little bit before the wall changes. You can't push a wall until you're willing to sacrifice. That's this week. Walls and sacrifice. You want something? In memory of Ray Wallerstein, just go get it. Just walk through the wall. Because a life of sacrifice is so much greater than a life of complaining. A life of growth, even if you're failing and winning and failing, it's so much better to be on the team and lose in the playoffs than be in the stands and never get a chance to play the game. So many people choose the stands because it's easier. What they don't know is that when you lose a game, it's harder for the fans than it is for the players. Believe it or not. Because the players have next year. The players have the game. The fans they're only there for the ride. It's a choice we make. The player to watch. To sacrifice or to complain. To grow or to stagnate. Life is too short. Pick something this weekend, please. Pick some area of your life where there's a wall. Don't think. Just walk through it. Be willing to sacrifice whatever it's going to take. And I'm sure when you get to the other side, you'll see just how powerful you are. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Shabbat Shalom. With God's help, I can't wait to see you next week.
Living on a lifeline. The world doesn't ever seem to change. Looking for the sunshine, but you're caught up in the rain. It's like your eyes are wide open, but you cannot see. You're watching life pass you by like 1, 2, 3. Walking in destruction. The winds of life blur your vision. All the devastation. Forever feels like you're on the run. It's time. No one else can set you free. You're locked inside.